The world tilts as a colossal slate-grey wave towers before the ship, then crashes down with a deafening roar. The vessel shudders, dwarfed by the ancient power of the Drake Passage, the most feared stretch of water on Earth. Here the ocean is alive, its fury relentless, the wind howling with the icy breath of Antarctica just beyond the horizon. The sea churns in chaos, waves colliding from all directions, tossing the ship violently. Salt spray stings your face. The world narrows to sea, wind and steel. Standing on deck is a battle. Wind and water threaten your footing, isolation pressing in from every side. There's nothing but ocean for hundreds of miles, a realm ruled by wind and waves. Below deck, the ship groans under immense pressure, steel flexing against the ocean's might. Occasionally, a massive wave strikes with a boom that reverberates through your bones. Sleep is fragmented, interrupted by the ship's lurching and the storm's cacophony. This is more than a crossing, it's an immersion into elemental chaos, a rite of passage to the planet's final frontier. Here, nature's drama is raw, unforgiving, and magnificent. The Drake Passage is the wild 800-kilometer gap between Cape Horn and the Antarctic Peninsula. It's where the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans collide, funneling their energy into the Southern Ocean. With no land to slow them, the roaring 40s and furious 50s winds race around the globe, accelerating through this narrow gap. The result, ferocious winds easily topping 100 kilometers per hour, whipping the sea into legendary waves. The Antarctic circumpolar current, the world's most powerful, surges through here, carrying more water than all the world's rivers combined. The ocean floor plunges to nearly 5,000 meters, allowing massive swells to form and travel unimpeded. When fierce winds agitate these deep swells, the sea becomes a chaotic, unpredictable force. The Drake Passage is a gap where the ocean's full, untethered might is unleashed. The Drake Passage's danger is a perfect storm. Ferocious winds, powerful currents, and unpredictable weather. Winds here can sustain hurricane speeds, churning the sea into a battlefield of waves. The Antarctic circumpolar current collides with the seafloor and opposing winds, spawning steep, dangerous waves that appear without warning. Weather changes in an instant. A calm morning can become a blinding tempest within an hour. Captains must stay vigilant, ready to alter course at a moment's notice. Fog and the Antarctic convergence add to the hazards, hiding icebergs and reducing visibility. It's this volatile mix that cements the Drake Passage as one of the world's most challenging maritime journeys. Crossing the Drake Passage is often called the Drake Shake, a relentless, unpredictable motion that turns walking into a balancing act. Everyday tasks become challenges. Even pouring coffee requires strategy. Seasickness is common, sending many passengers to their cabins while the ship creaks and groans through the waves. Sometimes fortune grants a Drake Lake, rare calm seas, sun breaking through, and a sense of serene wonder. Whether it's shake or lake, camaraderie quickly forms among passengers united by the shared ordeal. People help each other, navigate tilting hallways, swap stories, and gather to watch albatrosses soar outside. Expedition staff turn the crossing into a time of learning and anticipation. The journey itself becomes a bonding experience, uniting everyone before they even set foot on Antarctica. The Drake Passage is not just a barrier, it's the beginning of the adventure. Despite its fury, the Drake Passage teems with life. Albatrosses with wingspans over 3 meters glide effortlessly on the wind, following the ship for hours. Below, whales migrate through nutrient-rich waters. Humpbacks, fin whales, and orcas all make appearances. Near Antarctica, seals rest on ice floes perfectly adapted to the cold. The Antarctic convergence fuels massive blooms of phytoplankton, supporting swarms of krill, the foundation of the food web. This abundance draws whales, seals, penguins, and seabirds, making the passage a vital biological hotspot. The Drake Passage is not just a barrier, but a living link in the Southern Ocean's great chain of life. Here, resilience and adaptation are on full display. The passage is named for Sir Francis Drake, though he may never have sailed it. In 1578, his ship was blown south, revealing open water between the Atlantic and Pacific. For explorers of the age of sail, crossing these waters was a feat of unimaginable danger. Wooden ships, no engines, no forecasts, only courage and luck. Scurvy, frostbite, and storms claimed many lives. Survival was never guaranteed. Every successful crossing was a triumph of endurance. Today we cross in comfort, but the legacy of those early mariners lingers. Their bravery and hardship deepen our appreciation for the journey. We travel in their wake, reminded of the wildness they first charted. The Drake Passage is as much an emotional journey as a physical one. Apprehension and excitement mingle as the ship leaves sheltered waters for the open sea. The Drake shake tests resolve, but also forges camaraderie among passengers. Moments of awe, an albatross gliding, a whale's distant blow, transcend discomfort, connecting you to the wild. Enduring the crossing builds resilience and anticipation for Antarctica. The passage strips away daily distractions, focusing the mind on the present. It's a rite of passage, preparing you for the pristine beauty ahead. By journey's end, fear gives way to confidence and wonder. After days of chaos, the sea calms, and a biting chill signals Antarctica's approach. Passengers gather on deck, scanning the horizon. Then, a faint white line appears, growing into the South Shetland Islands. The first sight of pristine white peaks and glaciers is breathtaking, a reward for enduring the Drake's fury. Jagged black rocks pierce snow blankets, glaciers flow to the sea, and icebergs drift by like sculptures. The water turns deep blue. Seals and penguins appear. The world transformed. Silence replaces the storm, broken only by seabirds or the crack of a glacier. The arrival feels like entering another world, untouched, overwhelming, and peaceful. The hardships of the crossing fade, replaced by awe and gratitude. All the discomfort is validated by this single, perfect view. You have reached the edge of the world, and it is magnificent. The journey to Antarctica is a metaphor for life's greatest rewards, earned through challenge and perseverance. The Drake Shake's trials deepen the appreciation for the peace that follows. The passage is both a physical and psychological barrier, filtering out the casual and forging a unique community. It prepares you, stripping away trivialities and opening your heart to the planet's last great wilderness. The world's greatest treasures are protected by its greatest challenges. For those who brave the journey, the memory of the heaving seas is forever linked to the first sight of Antarctica. The most rewarding journeys are those that demand something of us and give us a perspective that lasts a lifetime.